poorer form, you did start to see Chronicle coming back to that championship level. And we know that if they are going to be a contender in this tournament, he needs to be on. Like, he is that player that I feel like desires to win more than any other. And a solid start for him in the pistol round.
That's it, right? Obviously, we're on board with Alpha for this cross kill, but it's on the site when Crashies is able to find a double in quick succession. Those players on Boathouse trying to trade out while Boaster lurks in the smoke.
Very good discipline right there. I love to see
They had the road.
Really impactful. It was completely meaningless. It's just Chronicle hitting a lovely couple of shots, and then I think he even tags up the next player, which the spam, helps out Boaster. So I spoke about the potential of championship form Chronicle. This was around that, well, as you can see, he's going to be very, very... He's 11-3 right now, and really overshadows the job that was done by Cushy. The fact is, he was left as sort of the anchor so that they couldn't do that again. He did phenomenal work. 2 kills from the backside, but making it through that smoke, similarly to what FNATIC was struggling with, also seemed like a...
We go into the halftime. They are trailing by 2. I love the slowdown. The slow-mo on the voice lines, but that looked like it was done.
One enemy
a big
remaining.
Swing from Alpha. He was on fire, but Xfero extinguished hope for FNATIC in this round.
At least a little bit of semblance of hope after what was around that was definitely...
RRQ getting a little taste of the UAE chant that we know from the EMEA arena. It's a wild idea as well to do exactly what your opponents put into play. And we've seen this from FNATIC before.
I'm a gardener. I got flowers and shit.
I'm gonna need it slow.
Enemy remaining.
I still don't know.
Hold on. Here we go. That was one shot.
I think it was one.
One shot, 3 kills. That's unbelievable from Chronicle. And that's what you like to see from a team. Patitech should take some notes.
I do feel incredibly bad for the perfect on the swing, but I think maybe just a little bit of miscommunication. This shock dart was huge because, as you said, this was going into a 2 versus 4. Instead, it ends up with 1 immediately taken out, and then the aggressive position of Crazy Guy. That is just a poor post plant. Like, I can forgive the guy planting the spike. You don't know that's coming. But from then onwards, you have 1 guy super aggressive, then you get it in.
First of all, 2 points. First of all, you're playing a slow round against FNATIC. They know how to play against slow rounds. They play a lot of them. But secondly, you're running with 15 seconds left into a Vice setup, and that Vice...
The moment that it looks like RRQ are going to get back into this, FNATIC just find an extra level, an extra little bit of form, and started with another big kill from Chronicle, but it is just the swarm of the site, not allowing them to get into those post plants.
Hello, where are you, bro? Hello, bro. Where are you, bro?
It is, and what Jemkim has been winning that fight time and time again. His sight hold, though, has been devastating. They're walking into Chronicle's domain, and thus far this game he's been dominant.
Yeah, Chronicle has been the difference maker. Crashies has been pretty reliable. The utility's keeping them out of Boathouse for now. But the push comes to a slow for RRQ. The spike retrieved. They haven't set their sights on it just yet. The run through the smoke successful for Xfero. With Chronicle already gone, Boaster and Alpha have a difficult decision. Going for this. And, oh, well, it's no longer a decision. No debate. Jemkin's down, and it's Xfero and Munyet against Boaster and Alpha.
They've got a real opportunity. Back into the 2 versus 2. Maybe expectations that there'll be somebody within this smoke already. Alpha are not really willing to risk it, but eventually jumps through, but doesn't realize maybe there's somebody on the other side. They will now, and even going to trade it out. The TP used as bait. Munyet to try and keep them in the map, and he cannot do it. Althea standing once again. A 3rd kill in the round, and well, eventually FNATIC, they got the job done.
It's a nail-biter of a map, but FNATIC take it 13-10. Revenge denied for RRQ. But up next, the shakeup in the map pool with Abyss and Corrode. It's all to play for after the break. The Sheriff here, but 0.31 of a second stands between them and success. And this, as you said, was the difference maker. When you look back on the previous map, they won FNATIC won by 3 rounds, and they got a 4-0 start in terms of those pistols and follow-ups. RRQ, but they make that one crazy competitive after losing opening pick and then pushing into the site in a 5v4. Numbers against them. And they managed to run that clock way down, that flash popping just a millisecond too late. They realize he's been missing for a little bit too long. There's a drone sent up top, but it wasn't even the tag, it was just a wild spray through. Guesstimating Crashy's path out of there.
This is our map! We have a
Cleanup.
We have a map! Nice retakes, boys.
That was a big conversation on the right through the smoke. Even the second, he was lucky to survive. Dribble will catch it from his POV, but there were a lot of shots fired his way. It looked done. One through the smoke, another player whiffs, and then the reveal is there to take Cushy. A good job that that reveal went out just before Crashies went down.
Hello, bro. Hello.
It really has a perfect storm of parity here on the server. But Cushy,
This is Spot.
every time you see him there in the post plant, he's able to put so much pressure on Boaster. The fact that he goes for the tap, not trying to bait out the ultimate instead, trying to bait out the player. It was a great read, but this guy would still be sticking around up close. That could have played out very badly for FNATIC, but instead, a further lead is denied.
Composition where they had that double duelist, a lot of the time they would leave him behind as this hard lurk if he's setting up utility from afar and basically not allowing you to push across the map. This though was a different story. He completely took the A site on his own and then ended up clearing out the players as they went to rotate. A brilliant round from Boaster. And well, a safe pair of hands in the late round was what I said, but I was talking about his utility, not so much just the raw individual aim. Well, that was incredibly messy. The aggressive positions helping out the flash of Cushy that did so much work to get them back into spot.
Same reaction from Chronicle, but I think he's still pretty happy to take this round. And you see the idea there from RRQ. As soon as they tap the spike, they know the knife didn't hit anyone. They have a grab well. We need to push. And they just weren't expecting there to be...
I'm turning into a monster!
Oh my god, Jake.
He's going to have a duet with Rihanna soon.
Imagine being the guy on the other side of the stage. That is literally like a
Previous by RRQ. This is what they will have talked about. The rifle round has to be theirs.
Yeah, but again, you're going to have to break through all of those ultimates and sure they have some of their own, but...
Moniet! Hello, Moniet! Look at me again. Hello. Look at me again, bro. Oh, he's not. He gets scared.
He also has headphones on. Forces the players. We've seen them play on this close B box so many times, so Rolling Thunder forces them in, and that's why Boaster is running it down mid, because if he knows if he gets in behind them here, they're going to be stunned up and being blown in towards him because they're so worried of the players coming in.
With 5 chances to do it. Kayak's deep dive. They see the cage. Oh, what a shot on a Jemkin! The first of what could be many to fall. Ult clearing right, but Xfero still alive, but now they know it. They know exactly where he is.
He's got both trips just blocking off this right-hand side. They're yet to be broken. They now will be, or at least the first one. If anybody's jumping across, Boaster could go flying off the map, but it may not even matter in the end. Only 2 standing. Make that just 1.
Spike planted.
Crazy guy needs a crazy finish, and he will not live to tell the tale. Perfection for FNATIC on that attack side. Not a single round dropped. And well, for a map choice of RRQ, they're left with egg on their face.
FNATIC off to a hot start here at Champions, and it will be RRQ in their Champs debut, whose flesh serves as their kindling. Boaster reaching new heights on that stage as well. You can see all those times in the past that they've stepped on the champion stage but never touched the trophy. Well, they are here with 1 goal in mind this time. And unfortunately, it was RRQ who had to face off against them first, now down to the lower bracket.
Yeah, the fun thing as well is that this now sets FNATIC on a path to face off against Aspas once again, where we're running it back, so that should be a very exciting upper bracket matchup. And honestly, the display, at least in that second half, is the level that we expect to see of a powerhouse like FNATIC, a team that has been at every single Champions